just went to the Carolina Ren Faire, and despite my careful planning, it got real weird real fast. But you need some backstory. This trip was exactly 2 weeks before my wedding day, which I'd completely forgotten to buy accessories for. I'm also kind of convinced that the Carolina Ren Faire cursed me last year because after going, I've been plagued by crazy events and actual plague. So I'm gonna try to appease the gods of the Ren Faire by spending too much money while supporting the small businesses that make the fair fun. But somehow, that pure-hearted quest was more difficult than I thought it would be. And the troubles started basically immediately because what was supposed to be less than a 4-hour drive in my soon-to-be husband's borrowed truck, because I still have an electric car, turned into a 7-hour back pain-filled, traffic-jammed nightmare. I was convinced that getting out of Atlanta would be the hard part, but no, I was stuck in South Carolina for like 3 hours. But eventually, I made it to our very fancy Airbnb where friends had already arrived to finish their outfit. We splurged a little this year on the rental.
This is a rich people house.
Because this trip was kind of supposed to be my bachelorette party, but then Pins and Stip couldn't go and my sister didn't want to go, so it's still kind of my bachelorette party, but like without some of my really close friends because they couldn't make it. But you know, they couldn't make it. I'm not really sad about it. They just, you know, they had plans. But mainly because the fair itself had caught my video from last year and loved it so much that they offered to bankroll this year's trip, not just for me, but for all my friends, and provided us with free tickets. So we used the extra cash to get a place with more than 2 bathrooms for 9 people.
Like my Fortnite Miku jacket that Fortnite sent me, even though I've never played Fortnite in my life. Look, it's Miku. It's Miku.
And this place was certainly fancy. It had that rich people carpet that's like really, really soft.
It doesn't end. It keeps going. What? Is there another staircase? What the actual fuck? What the fuck?
But it was also weird in such specific ways that it started to feel sinister.
I know we didn't assign rooms, but I'm not doing the basement.
This bathroom had a door to the hallway and a door to the bedroom it was attached to, and you could lock the door that went into the bedroom, but you could not lock the door that went to the hallway.
I'm going down to the basement. I'm gonna brave it. Wow. Oh my god. Why? Why would you paint on a bookshelf? Who keeps balls on a bookshelf? That is beautiful. I am not staying in the basement.
There were no towels in any of the bathrooms except the master. There was one plunger for the entire house, and it just seemed no real people have ever lived here. And the person that made this house only had a vague idea of what a house is. And I didn't think anything of this when I was filming this, but this locked set of double doors.
This is another like full room. Oh, it's locked, it's locked, it's locked. We're not supposed to be in there.
When I got home, I realized that whatever that room is, it's above the garage, so it's a full room. There's something deeply disturbing about a room in a house and not knowing what's in it. And especially when that night, when I went to lock all of the doors, I found a side door that wasn't locked yet, and none of us had used that door, so it was unlocked from the beginning. And then there's the second set of stairs that just feel sinister on their own for reasons that I don't understand. Anyway, eventually, the entire crew arrived, and we headed to Korean barbecue, where we took all you can eat very seriously.
Asked her how big the corn cheese was, and she said mini. And so I said, oh, then we need at least 5. She goes, do you want 10? And I said, sure. It's a shareable bottle. So we got 2 for the 3 of us. It seemed like a good idea at the time. I think it's a good idea.
This place had the best spicy rice cakes I have ever had, but it was again very weird in a sinister way in that they don't give you real meat scissors, they give you paper scissors. But with 10 cheese corns consumed, it was time for bed. Saturday started with good design, coffee, and bad design.
Can we talk about the fact that they did not make the design decision with this jacket to put 01 on this? Like, there's no but it's a Letterman jacket. It would make double sense to put 01 Fortnite.
And for the first time in years, actually, my Ren Faire look is not a farmer. This is Skeeter. She's a fairy. But I can't show you this look without telling you its lore. A long time ago, on a cutting mat long forgotten, I created 2 dragon scale smocked panels that were to become part of an Ida Clawthorne cosplay that I never finished. So all that careful measuring, marking, pinching, and tiny stitches had to live in the broken cosplay parts bin, radiating a low grumble of guilt anytime I looked at them. Until one day in October, I let go of my last hope of making Ida seam rip them out of their ill-fitting prison, giving them a matching lining, piecing them together, and stitching them across the top, but not the bottom or the sides. And by the spirit of the great rune powers familially related to the great hat that caused me to not finish Ida, they were reborn as a bag. I felt so guilty for so long that I did all of this work and then I never got to wear it, never got to show off my favorite technique or the cool swipe footage I got 3 years ago. But why let this live, where my cats go to hide when they get scared, on the slim to none chance that I would ever finish this cosplay, when I could turn it into something that I can and will use and have it see the world for the very first time. The skirt was Ida's too, but it just needed a waistband, and that's not very interesting. But what is interesting is how this look couldn't be completed until we actually arrived to do the traditional put on all the stuff you didn't want to wear in the car, which for me meant my new wings. When I finally decided it was time to sacrifice Ida to the gods of the Ren Faire, the look that came into being was giving blood fairy. And what kind of wings would a blood fairy have? Mosquito wings. Now I will say, these wings are what I would call very goopy, which is my own technical term for unrefined foam work. But unrefined foam work is perfect for looking organic and gross and is ridiculously easy. These are just packing foam, foam clay, hot glue, cardboard, Mod Podge, and paint. I made them in 2 days. They could very well fall apart if someone tried to pull one off, but by God, I love them. They are creepy, they're gross, they go behind me when I stand up straight, so they kind of function as a posture check, but they absolutely look better at 5 feet than close up, where you can see the lines of literal hot glue. And they immediately broke in the parking lot.
It's not like ribbon, and I had to...
Oh my, you just scared me.
Ooh.
They did pop a little bit like right now, but I think it's okay.
In my defense, I had wrapped them around me at home and they did not break, but it was probably because the foam clay hadn't set all the way yet and they were still flexible. But maybe just do all of the lines in hot glue, because the foam clay ones continued to pop off throughout the day and the hot glue ones did not move. Anyway, with our free tickets in hand, we made our way up to the gate, only to realize that Jen had not been in the group chat when we did the free ticket head count and had to buy her own.
She only bought Sunday just to buy a ticket.
Yeah, that's fine.
Is it? Is it fine?
Is it fine? Did we get out of line?
Oh, you got it? Oh, okay, we're good.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
But the day was not sold out, so it was actually fine.
We gotta appreciate the fact that they put the drinking fountain on the map because of me.
I love that. Ye old Waffle House?
Ye old Waffle House. And even though our waffles were delicious and the day was already magical with fairy sightings, it was time to start my mission of scoping out wedding jewelry, which kind of immediately went awry. So, because I was good and I planned things this year, before the fair, I looked through the website and made a list of a few vendors that I was pretty sure I was gonna buy from, and the most important was the Silver Lady, a jewelry shop making handmade, beautiful silver pieces, some of which would make the most perfectest finishing touches to the wedding outfits that I made for me and my fiance. Yes, I made both of our outfits. The video is coming. Anyway, Joe's got a wolf motif for his outfit. And the Silver Lady makes screaming wolf head pins. I got very attached to getting these wolf pins while at the fair. So you can imagine how excited I was when I not only found her booth, but also saw that she had the pins on display. We found her.
Oh, they have them.
But then it all went spaghetti.
I'm buying that for Joe. I am absolutely buying that for him. I saw them online.
Products, let's not. Some of these
Oh,
items
sorry.
are something we're fighting for patent.
Oh, so
and
fair.
Chimney is prone to steal patents and use our
Oh,
pictures.
yes. You're so fine. Yeah.
They do that. You think you're purchasing a beautiful thing, and their knockoff version does not look like
Yes.
anything like the picture. You
Yes.
know what I mean?
I felt so bad that I had just walked up to this lady's booth filming and didn't ask first, even though I had actually stopped recording when she said that. But I still had my phone up, so she thought I was taking pictures to email straight to Shein or something. I don't know, but I was really embarrassed. And I knew now that if I wanted to show you, my dear viewer, the lovely pins on Joe on our wedding day, then I was going to have to be cringe and tell this lady that I am a YouTuber.
I found this silver lady and I went up there and I was like, that's what I'm gonna buy for Joe. And then she's like, oh, don't take any pictures. Shein steals our stuff. And I just went,
You're not Shein.
Well, yeah, but if you put it on social media.
and now I have spaghetti.
That's spoken like
And I really want it for
Spaghetti?
Joe, but I'm scared she's gonna be upset.
Anyway, we went to pet the dogs to try to unspiral
Did
me.
you know goats can be taught their own names and how to respond to it?
The whole reason I wanted to buy it from her was for the reason she was listing. It's hard to shop on Etsy now because you never know when you're just buying from an AliExpress reseller that has stolen some independent shop's photos. Shein and Temu do steal product photos from people and sell bad versions for $2. I know this. I don't like this. It's part of the reason that I decided to wait until I went to the fair. I wanted to not just support the business, but also promote them as a small brand to a large group of people who are probably the kind of people that would actually like Screaming Wolf Pin. And if you wouldn't like that, you're just a furry in denial anyway.
Now the problem is like, I'm sure she'd be okay with this if I talked to her, but now I have to talk to her. But I can do that tomorrow.
The dogs helped me unwind the spiral a little bit, but now I knew my tale with the silver lady wasn't over yet, and my wings would not stop breaking.
A piece of my wing just got caught.
Is that what it was?
I just got caught on you. Yeah.
I got it.
It hit the baby boy.
I had also told the entire group chat that I wanted to go to this silver lady, so they kept asking me if I had seen the booth, and I had to keep explaining what happened.
Go buy the silver lady.
If I buy it.
Sorry.
Ooh, there's a bird.
But the magic of the Ren Faire distracted me enough to keep me scoping, because the silver lady wasn't the only vendor on the list, so we headed further in.
I think I'm done with this coffee.
Yeah, I did try.
It did its job. It made me not have to pee anymore.
It made you not have to pee anymore?
Yep.
Does coffee prevent you from to pee into it?
At the midpoint of the fair, we stopped by Uncommon Adornments, who I'd been considering for earrings, but I wasn't sure because I have a nickel allergy, so I need hypoallergenic metals. But Uncommon Adornments sales pitched me good.
So everything here is nickel-free and hypoallergenic.
Oh.
So I knew I wanted to buy from them, but I wasn't sure what, so I took their info thing that I never actually read and would return tomorrow when I actually had a backpack because we were late for booze o'clock.
It's warm and spice. It's like fall heaven.
Wait, what'd you get?
Just the Chaucer's mead. Oh, I'm not saying that right.
Chaucer.
Yeah, Chaucer.
Like Canterbury Tales. Chaucer.
Right.
There's a banana man.
I love the Ren Faire. And as we made our way around the second bend of the horseshoe, we got our first group picture.
Did you know that goats are social creatures, but not herd animals?
Before getting another immediately afterwards during our visit with Saffron the fairy, who is still obsessed with the K-pop plushies and still tries to steal them. But she sings like an angel and she's beautiful, so she can do whatever she wants because we love her. Anyway, one of our fairy attendants was very impressed by my so simple it's magic wing articulation method of 9-gauge steel wire and 1/4-inch PEX tube pieces, hot glued to hell and back, forming a cage of melted plastic to hold each wing.
Oops.
Do you see what I did? Maybe I can just do this. Oh yeah, that's fine. They may still be be at slight risk for a Maleficent moment, but I didn't have to go into my garage to make them, and that's awesome because my garage is a mess right now, again. Anyway, we'd gotten enough saffron fan cams for the day, so we headed all the way to the back of the fair to catch our favorite winged creatures in the bird show, and to get to one of the furthest set of porta potties from the entrance in hopes that there would not be poop yet, and there was not. Hooray! But before we get to that, let's talk about something just as magical. Today's sponsor, Milanote. Milanote is a tool for organizing your creative projects, and I cannot overstate how integral it has become to my cosplay planning process. You can choose from over 100 built-in templates. I usually start with a totally blank board, and I love that they let you just do that. But I used Milanote to plan my day 2 outfit. I can just drag and drop in my sketches. And I did actually use one of their templates for my mood board, and now I feel kind of bad that I never used them because they're pretty sick. They actually remove all of the assets automatically, so you can just drag and drop and put in whatever you want. Plus, with the web clipper tool, you can save images to your boards directly. You don't have to copy paste, you don't have to screenshot, nothing. It's just there. But for this project, I wanted to use some techniques that I needed a refresher on, and with Milanote, it's so easy to just grab reference videos, throw in the link for when I need it, make to-do lists, or create a little budget spreadsheet. Though this little broccoli witch was actually mostly a stash buster, so I just made a little list of things that I knew I had that I was going to need to make sure I still had and knew where they were. But usually the majority of my boards are taken up by tons of links to different fabrics that I might want to buy online. But if you're an in-person shopper for fabric, you can download the Milanote app and have your reference photos right in your pocket. Plus, with Milanote's color picker, you can grab hex codes and color swatches right from your reference images. And if you're a pen and paper person, you can actually save your Milanote boards as a PDF, print them out, and I've actually even seen people use those PDFs for build books for cosplay contests. And I don't even want to think how chaotic my wedding planning process would have been without Milanote. My wedding board grew and grew with ever-changing to-do lists and links to everything from flameless candles to dresses for my mom. Milanote has been an absolute game changer for me. I've consistently used it for over a year now, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. And it's totally free to sign up, with no time limit on it being free. So use the link in my description to try it out for your next cosplay or creative project. And if you're already using Milanote, and I know a bunch of you are, let me know in the comments. Anyway, the birds. So, we all love this bird show now, okay? This was one of my highlights of my first time at the fair last year because of Ziggy, the vulture, who has great taste in food. However, we actually knew going in because Alyssa came to the fair 2 weeks ago and she found out that Ziggy had been fired. She flew over the counter of the barbecue mac and cheese booth one too many times, so she can't work here anymore. But even without her, the bird show is still great. Romeo, the Eurasian eagle owl, still poses for incredible photos. Sala, the falcon, still swoops over your head. Ziggy's replacement is a crow, which is still amazing.
Welcome Ichabod to the stage.
And everyone can still quote the script.
We are Wildlife Revealed. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We are dedicated to the education and the preservation of our planet's wildlife. If you enjoy our message, enjoy our birds, like to help us help the environment. What you're doing? She's mouthing the whole thing, isn't she? No.
Hi, can I have that one?
So if we wanted to see Ziggy, how far would we have to travel? Texas. Oh,
Is she at the Texas Ren Faire?
We're going to Texas.
Don't do it! Thank you, I love it. Ziggy, don't do it. Don't do it. The birds are as popular as they should be.
Did you know that goats can see 340 degrees?
But after barbecue mac and cheese in Ziggy's honor and a magic trick,
I put my bottle in the freezer all night.
what is it?
My water is nice and cool. Oh.
it was time for a new experience. The Forge, which is a cool thing where you can make your own knife or axe or other metallic weapon thing. You actually have to sign up for this ahead of time online. I had kind of wanted to do it, but you have to do it in groups, and we weren't sure how many people wanted to do it, and Alyssa signed up her group, and then I was left with no one else that wanted to do it with me, and so I was a little sad about this, but then I saw what they had to do, and I was kind of glad I didn't do it, honestly. This looks kind of hard.
You're not going to be able to do it. Yeah, it's actually so hard. It's insanely hard.
Can Lily do it?
It is for sure really cool, but if you're going for 2 days in a row like we were, this might not be a good idea because it is very physical work.
Go, Lily!
Yes, queen. I proved you wrong.
Yeah!
And I got to film them making their rail spike daggers, so I ended up happy that I spent my energy and money on accidentally buying them lunch because
She fully just handed me 2 turkey legs, and I was like, why is there 2? And she was like, they're just too small to sell as one. They just gave me 2 turkey legs. I'm going to need to pawn this off on someone else.
So the carnivorous rodents took care of that for me before we doubled back to see some goats.
Goats have 4 stomachs.
Oh,
They stopped.
they stopped. I want to go to the petting zoo. We're going to the petting zoo.
We're just going.
We're going to the petting
They
zoo.
can catch up whenever they catch up.
Here, will you get me running up to petting zoo?
You just go. There she goes. She was a fairy.
I think she might insert music over top. I don't know if you have to, like...
I hope she likes my background music I made.
So you may know this, but petting zoos are my favorite thing about Ren Fairs. I like goats, I like sheep, I like llamas, even when they spit on me. However, this year's petting zoo was not as cool because it was really crowded and I am very impatient. I'm not complaining too much. I still got to pet lots of goats. I got to pet sheep. I didn't want to feed the cow. I was still too scared to feed the cow. Maybe next year I will feed the cow. I had to wait for the pig though.
I fully did not believe in my patience to wait for the pig because I did not think that man with his baby was ever going to move.
And as the pig moved, he kept moving the stroller.
And then the girl next to me was like, I want to see the pig too. And I was like, shit, there's competition here. And so as soon as he moved, I was like, I'm going in, bitch.
Oh yeah, I was guarding the area. I was trying to help. I said, we're gonna see that gosh darn
you
piggy.
started to move, and I was like, it's time. We got him. We got the pig.
Wash your hands, nasty. That's where I'm headed.
Anyway, with our hands clean, it was time to grab more meat and sound advice from random people in line.
Stop eating the gravel apple. No, the gravel adds flavor. Stop eating the gravel. No, nobody. I will buy you another one. Stop eating the gravel apple. Healthy. It's just a little more crunchy than it was before.
And the Chaucer's raspberry mead,
Ooh.
I have at the Airbnb.
Woo! But how do we make it warm? How did they do that?
I don't know. They don't have the raspberry
I
one
spilled.
warm here.
Before our special fancy people VIP joust seating that we had also splurged on because we didn't have to pay for our tickets.
We are gonna try and hit the bird.
I didn't expect you to role play at me.
Did you expect the airplane?
No.
Sarah said, will you feed me? So I went,
Basically, the VIP seating at the joust is an extra ticket cost that gets you in the booths under the queen's seating at the back of the joust pitch field. I don't know. The actual draw of this is it means you don't have to get to the joust early to even get a seat. You are guaranteed a seat at the joust, which is not a thing you are normally guaranteed. But for us, that meant that we were going to be close enough to where our bias had a chance of seeing the signs Christina made for her. So it was worth every penny when we did catch her undead eyes. And unlike the comfort of the entirely memorized bird show, this joust was completely new. Alyssa said this wasn't even what they did 2 weeks ago. This was a special Halloween show, and it was very fun. They did the actual jousting, but then it all went wrong, and this guy died, but this guy didn't, and then somehow the horse handler person ends up being a secret action hero. It was great! They do mostly play to the front, though, which I actually think is really fair because it means that the people who paid in dedication get more than the people that paid in gold. And I think that is fair.
Nothing is more fair than justice.
She's the referee. It's supposed to be a joke about how the referee is pretty. Okay. But with the joust over and our 3 blacksmith's knives picked up, it was time to head back to the gate. I was really determined
goats have sensitive lips.
to actually get the cannon going off on video this year, so I was kind of just continuously recording on her way back up to the bakery for chocolate cake. But Alyssa assured me that if I missed it, she would give me her best recreation.
We moved your cars. Good luck.
But as we headed back to the car,
Stopped recording and it happened the second. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Hold on, wait, I'll do it. Are you ready?
I didn't get the footage.
Are you ready? Yeah. Boom!
And while our time at the fair had ended for today, our night was about to get really weird in our creepypasta house. Because we decided to make family dinner again, so we went to the grocery store, got everything we thought we needed, only to come home and realize that the Airbnb has rich people soft carpet, but apparently rich people don't cook. The potatoes are being made. Alyssa is girl dad. Chaos ensues. That knife sucks. There's no goddamn cutting board. Also, those cabinets are backwards. What the and they just gently, like, this house just kept getting weirder and weirder. Why are there plenty of fancy plates and an expensive fridge, but then they cheaped out on the cabinets and you only have a giant butcher's knife, but then you have 2 grills and no cutting board, and there's a muffin tin, but no oven mitts.
What did you put on these?
The stuff, yeah, your stuff, and honey, and olive oil, and garlic powder, and Italian breadcrumbs, and...
Anyway, after dinner, the Airbnb continued to be creepy because we wanted to do a fire pit, but there were no lights on the back side of the house.
Did you find a light switch?
There's that light. Kind of it.
Jesus Christ.
Painting of a bookshelf in a room where there's built-in bookshelves on the other
No, and there's a soccer ball on the bookshelf. Why is there a soccer ball on the bookshelf?
There are darts if you guys would like to put holes in the wall near the darts.
It is a creepypasta house. But the fire pit did give us enough light for the ye old bachelorette adjacent game.
Hold on to that. No one look inside.
No one opened a present.
Everyone just
Keep holding on.
nothing you could say. Nothing you could say. Nothing you could do. Come to the truth. This is a game called Pass the Packet. I'm gonna turn it over to Kaylin.
As the story is read, oh, there's a cushion there. As the story is read, if I say the word right, you pass the package to your right. If I say the word left, you pass your package to the left. Once upon a time, in a land not too different from our own, there lived a lovely young lass named Sarah. She was about to have a very special, some may say matrimonious day, but right before, she decided to go with her friends to the Carolina Renaissance Festival. She had no idea the memories that would be left spinning in her mind of this most magical day. The girlies, left to their own devices, obviously turned on K-pop so they could set the right vibe. Kaylin played 17 songs left and right.
Oh! Wait, that's not left. That's not right, that's left. Sorry.
And I'm sure whatever evil lizard person pretending to be a human living in the room above the garage was not going to mess with us now that it had seen us perform our much more wholesome version of the left-right game. And even though it was entirely random, somehow we all ended up with perfect presents, so I guess the left-right game is real, complete with a little hitchhiker.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Sunday started with checkout instructions so simple they could only be written by a lizard that was trying really hard to not let anybody know it was a lizard because it just said take out the trash and said nothing about setting the temperature to 90 degrees and opening all the windows to let all of the sun in because you're a lizard. Anyway, we got to the fair and put on all the stuff we didn't want to wear in the car and headed up to the gate.
These fruit fairies.
I tried to be an orange, but unfortunately I just look like pumpkin pants, but worse.
The sun is here today.
Pumpkin, it is. I imagine this is what bald people feel like.
But the second we got through the gate,
The fairies are getting harassed. It's a no-fly zone.
we were stopped by a cast member who had seen my video last year and wanted us to see his show. So I shook his hand and grabbed a program and promised that we would catch his 2:30 show. But then as soon as we walked away,
There's Greg.
Kaylin's gonna stop for a
pig fact.
Stage.
Away, he said to Kaylin, do you have any pig facts
He asked
for
me
me?
about pig
Which, like, completed my mental bingo for this fun.
So now there was no going back. He didn't just remember me, he also remembered Kayla. So now it is only right that we watch his show too. But for now, the star was the sun, as it made all of my shots on our walk to the second coffee shop look incredible.
We yeeted all the way in here for this coffee line. Supposedly shorter, still pretty fucking long.
But you get coffee pretty fast if you just ask for black coffee and then put like 6 blenders in it.
The way I've like expertly tracked that thing.
Okay. But while my friends waited for their coffees, I got my first good shot of Karat Broccoli. After a somehow failed potato farm, she finds a great windfall from a broccoli harvest and can now afford a fancy lady garment with a honeycomb smocked skirt. A technique requiring stitches hand sewn into even intervals multiple times to create perfectly aligned folds. Then one pinch at a time, tacking those folds into alternating intervals, which when open up form into tiny diamonds. It's a technique that can pretty much only be done by hand, so it's only seen on fancy garments for fancy ladies, like Karat Broccoli. But with coffees in hand, it was time to meet up with the rest of our group, who had already gotten a spot in what we already knew was going to be a massive line for the
That's a man. Chimney cake.
All over Korea, me and Becca were like pretending that we were like cringe travel vloggers, and we were like, come with me.
Am I cringe? Is it cringe that I'm always filming things?
No, specifically doing the like, okay guys, come with me.
Wait, do the hand thing. Do the hand thing.
Come with me to all of my favorite spots. At
You know the thing?
all of the secret spots that nobody knows about. Don't look at this enormous line of people. It's super secret.
actual hack for chimney cakes, though, is have one group wait in the line to pay and then have a different group wait in the line to pick them up.
The sun is the main character. Oh my god. Literally a paid actor. I'm like having to resist the urge to just film just the falling leaves. Like, I don't need this.
You don't need all of it.
It's so pretty
but
though.
you can use some of it.
Oh yeah.
Open the cream.
The first one has been brought.
Ooh.
It's like,
oh, I know. It's so warm.
But they're worth both lines because they are incredible. We got cinnamon sugar and pumpkin toffee, and they were both amazing, but not anywhere near as amazing as the group picture we got after we'd gobbled them up.
Is that the wrong way?
Anyway, it was time to complete our early descent to the back of the fair because we hadn't seen the mermaids yet, and we needed to pee first.
I got the big one. There was already poops in there. I'm impressed. Somebody got to poop out this early.
But the mermaids, of course, could never disappoint.
If you'd like to sit down with the mermaid out of the water, the mermaid is currently getting no attention and starving as a result.
We got to see a little dance.
It's not K-pop. None of these girls know what it is.
And Abby pointed out this very funny and very clever sign that is clearly for parents, but not their kids.
Just answers and no questions. It's implied questions.
And we got our mermaid photos.
Does the turtle have a name?
Tito. So this is Tito.
Tito?
This is Sebastian. This is Buck. And I can't remember our star's name.
Patrick?
Patrick.
And we, of course, got distracted by the Lord Mayor's household because fibergraphs.
The Lord Mayor's not here. What?
Wraparound exit.
Oh my god, the mythical wraparound exit.
I've only heard whispers of this.
Yeah, only heard, just seen lots of comments of it.
Oh boy.
What?
Check this out.
Oh, the
Very
dick?
protected, yeah.
The dick? Oh, dick. I was like, what are you looking at? It's just a suit of armor. I want to ask if I can touch it.
I think they're
She's busy.
The casings.
It's what the silkworms make. I'm going to ask before I touch. She's talking. Oh, they have a Venmo. If you want to tip, I'm going to touch it. Touch it. She's talking.
Live your dreams.
I want to touch this.
Yeah, it's here for touching.
Oh my god. This is where silk comes from. Worms make these.
We're touching
It
your
is so
stuff.
silk.
I hope it's
Are we
okay.
allowed to touch?
So she's not paying attention.
Stop paying attention. Cellulose. It's wool, not cellulose. Flax, cellulose. Linen.
This is so cute. They've got like where it comes from and the fiber it makes.
That becomes this. I don't have any silk.
No, I'm not that rich.
But it was time to actually get to my quest of acquiring wedding jewelry because the first stop was nearby at the Buxom Pearls booth. I just wanted a simple pearl bracelet and they had the perfect one. So this was easy enough, which I was thankful for because I knew later today I would have to face the Silver Lady.
The birds are out. They are a 503 non-profit. $5 feeds the birds. Donate to Ziggy. The leaves are going.
They're very nice till they keep hitting you in the face.
The leaves are doing the thing. Stop being weird and light your nipple on fire. Oh, it's called The Naughty Show. It's really hard to resist the urge to film every time the leaves start falling. Like yesterday, the sun wasn't quite sunning as well.
Yeah, it wasn't.
And today the sun is doing his big one. She's calling.
But first, Saffron needed to see the Kazoo's matching outfits and do poses that every fairy should know.
What are the little plushies called again?
Skazoos.
The Skazoos match them.
Yes.
Birds, 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 birds.
It was on the way to the birds that we spotted not only the merriment stage where our new friend would be performing later, but also the treasure maze, which nobody had done before.
There's fully a worm on this.
There are better places for you. You could also be a snack.
Whoa, I didn't know that you could hold those.
Did you know there's a woolly worm race in North
I think
Carolina?
there are some that you shouldn't hold. Yeah.
Jen, do you know enough about bugs?
Not in North America.
Go put it down. Go put the bug down.
It's probably fine.
Go put him down.
I'm a friend.
In my new home.
It's a friend.
You put it down. Put down your bug. Put down your bug. She's got a bug, people. Watch out for the bug. Anyway, birds.
We got in line for birds and hoped that none of them would escape this year.
Here's like bird you want to hold. I'm
gonna say the one that won't fly away.
You don't want Kevin?
Last year, I was a little too scared to hold the birds, but it looked pretty cool other than the Kevin mishap.
Did they put you in there now?
Yeah, you get a picture in here.
Yeah, they rearranged
It's different. It's different because of Kevin.
So this year, I chose the sweetest little birdie, Bluebell,
Oh my God, you're beautiful.
So cute. I'm dead.
who was so precious and pretty, and she looked right into my eyes. And Lily held a big bird, which was also character development, and Kevin was also apparently very well behaved. But after birds and some very Gouda mac and cheese, we decided to check out the maze. And like I said, nobody had done this before, so we didn't really know what to expect.
Abraham Lincoln had 2 goats.
But a child behind us kindly explained what we were supposed to do.
So you use the gold coins to get on the slide.
Yeah. She has like a bucket and you put them in.
Okay, how many gold coins to be on the slide?
I think more than 5.
Okay, more than 5 gold coins, correct.
Okay, I'm behind too many people. I have to venture off alone. If I'm gonna. Okay, well, there's children. Jesus Christ.
It's like a hidden immunity idol.
Survivor. Oh shit. God, we're gonna win Survivor.
Oh, there's a...
This isn't fair. I have a hat that prevents me from seeing up. What? How the? What? I have not found anything. How did they do that?
Oh, are they already up at the top?
Did they go through the maze?
Guys, I think this might not be for grown-ups.
I don't actually know how to get up there, though.
I have not found.
I'm genuinely lost.
You haven't found any?
I have not found any coins.
No. Wait, maybe you should look around on the ground. But the exit is that way.
Unfortunately, I lost part of this footage, so it just goes from me being completely unable to find coins without Alyssa literally giving them to me, to Becca holding my phone, about to go down the slide.
Oh, here comes the prize.
I do in fact think that while you are allowed to do this as an adult, I think it's pretty much just intended for children. But the bravery of holding a bird and going down a slide got me to the point that I could face the dragon I'd built up in my head and actually talk to the Silver Lady. I decided to just have Christina stand really far away so that I could have a shot of me buying from her without letting Sheehan see any of her products. And I had nearby friends for support.
I'm doing it. No, I got it. Hey, how much is the Screaming Wolf? I'm picking out wedding jewelry. That's for my fiance, and I'm getting a clasp for me. I saw y'all online and stuff. I'm spaghettiing. And then I had a, so I came by yesterday and I was looking and I was actually recording and you told me not to take pictures. Is it okay if there's pictures of our wedding?
The concern is that you have a display picture
Right.
that could be transferred like they did with Holy Clothing, where Temu and she Holy Clothing dress, put it as their picture, and then that's why we usually print is the dress not woven or actually stitched. So just horribly not, but they use their fighting with people to keep her property hers.
Yeah, but pictures of it on people.
Like that.
Cool.
Because on you, you're simply representing our artwork.
Okay.
It may have turned into my second 10-minute lecture about Temu, but it told me the info I needed. I was okay to buy the pins and show them off to you, but just in case, here is what I got from the Silver Lady. Sheins, no Sheening here. Anyway, with the Silver Lady defeated, or rather with me defeated by the Silver Lady, it was finally time for our new friend show, where we met even more new friends.
I see him. How long has he been there?
Oh my god. Someone sent an assassin up.
They put a hit after you.
They'll bite. So be careful if you relocate. Kill them. Flick them off.
I think the
Jen?
Silver Lady put out
Jen?
Wow.
Jen?
That's not true, but she is built a little different.
We took us up over the garden wall.
And this show did not disappoint. Our friend from the gate told stories from across the world while a troupe acted out the scenes. He told the creation myth of the Yoruba people and where stories come from according to the people of Ghana. So it was like real life lore, and it was really cool to hear about, but it was also really fun.
Wake up! I'm dead. I don't care. Revivify. Come on.
Revivify.
And then criticize our acting? Yes, it's called directing.
You should absolutely go see this show because its director has very good taste in YouTube videos, and he might give you a seashell, and they do this really fun thing at the end where they make everybody yell. And as we know, I love yelling.
Yeah, Ghana and Yoruba?
That was really cool.
It wasn't Europa. That's a moon of Jupiter.
But now it was time for a Ren Faire staple, and one I had actually not done before, archery. I've never done it because I've always been convinced that I would be really bad at it and that I would get really upset about being really bad at it, but it's Ren Faire archery. They aren't even really real bows. And if you can hit the paper, then you did good.
I did one.
Ooh, I hit it!
You hit it.
I didn't hit the target, but I hit the hay bale.
It's close.
It's gonna go all downhill.
No, you're gonna do better. I believe. They really didn't coach you guys, did they?
Shiny chariot, posing, remembering. Shiny chariot, posing, remembering.
Unlock the knowledge.
Which one was yours?
Oh.
See, I told you I peeked.
All right, last one. She's gonna crush it. Oh. Good timing.
That doesn't count. Ooh, I got 2 blues. I will take that. I didn't suck.
Goats will remember you up to a year.
The day was almost over, so I needed to swing by uncommon adornments and actually pick out earrings, and after overthinking it to hell, I apparently chose the Clada symbol, but I asked for rose quartz on mine, so they made them right in front of me, and I can confirm they did not make me itchy.
You're my favorite.
But now that I had all of my adornments acquired, my quest was complete, and it felt like all at once, all of our batteries died, and we were suddenly very tired. So we decided that it was time to say goodbye to the fair this year and make our way up to the gate.
Goats don't have upper front teeth. The lifespan of a goat is the same as dogs. According to an Ethiopian legend, coffee was discovered when a goat herder saw his goats frolicking to provide extra energy after eating
We had 2 goats. Goats sneeze to warn each other of danger. Cats don't actually have 9 lives. They only have one. Be careful with it.
They're just kidding when they're playing. Like, I'm not really mad. Achoo.
They forgot about me, Mommy. Go back to bed, Francis. It was just a dream.
What'd they do? They're getting harassed. Our friend just for being small boys lost in the woods. How dare they be small boys lost in the woods?
Did you get arrested? No, he was like, "Are you a gnome?" And I was like, "Are you saying that because I'm short?" And he got really embarrassed.
But no, really, like we were extremely tired after this fair day, and I can't seem to figure out why. Somehow last year I had the energy to go all the way to gate close and still dance and still make it onto a train in the middle of the night. But I don't know, I think the creepypasta house just like sapped our energy or something, because we didn't make it to the drum jam or the cannon going off, and I had to like do jumping jacks in the parking lot of the Publix we stopped at to pee so that I could try to get a second wind, because my plan was actually to drive home directly after the fair. I know, that not a good idea. It was such a not good idea that I had to stop at Jen's house about halfway home and only kind of sleep because I had QT coffee at 8 p.m. But I laid in the bed, which is still good for you. And then when I got up to leave in the morning, it was raining, and it rained literally all the way back to Atlanta. And I ended up literally parked on 85. But I did make it home, and I got to sleep in a house made for cats and people and not a lizard pretending to be a person. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support the channel directly, you can check out my Patreon, where you'll get some exclusive content. But if you're just watching, liking, commenting, subscribing, or sending the video to a friend or your mom, then you're supporting the channel too, so thank you. But the biggest thank you to my newest big support tier patrons, Michelle, Karen, Imani, Sparrow Knight, and Mujunai. Thanks for watching. Bye!